One of the most landlord-friendly states. That's today's video. Let's dive in. Hey there, I'm Clayton Morris. I'm the founder of Morris Invest. I'm a longtime real estate investor. And today we're going to talk about landlord-friendly states. This is a key question when you're looking to invest in real estate. Why? Well, God forbid you have to go through an eviction process. Is it going to be a pain in your butt? Or are you going to be able to move a tenant out there quickly? Also, are you going to be able to hold rents, security deposits? Are you going to be able to craft your leases in such a way that makes it better for you as a landlord? I always get frustrated by this because after all, you own the property. You own the property, you put the money up to purchase the property. It should be, if someone's not paying rent and is causing problems, it should be easy to get that person out of the property. Now, I live here in the state of New Jersey, and I absolutely would never buy a rental property in the state of New Jersey. It's incredibly difficult to remove a tenant from the property. It can take upwards of 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 months. I've heard of nightmares, people waiting to get a tenant out of and evicted from a property. Not for me, folks, no way. So today I want to go through 5 of the most landlord-friendly states, and it could be a variety of reasons, right? The ability to hold security deposits. If you're sued by a tenant, they only have certain rights to the money that they were paying you. They can't get all their rent back that they paid you. They can only get a security deposit back. How quickly can it take for you to get the tenant out of the property? So with those metrics in place, let's dive into it. All right, number 5 on the list is the state of Florida. There are very loose laws in Florida, so it's actually not even a great state to rent. But there are a lack of rent control laws in Florida. And this actually makes it difficult for tenants to even lay claim to anything, quite honestly. You don't even have to have a written lease in the state of Florida. And there are a few new laws that are working in the books through the state legislature to make it a little bit better for tenants. But right now, there are very loose rent control laws. So it's a pretty landlord-friendly state when you are renting in Florida. Number 4 on the list is Arizona, another state that has some favorable conditions for landlords. The eviction process is pretty easy, but also the non-compliance laws are important in Arizona, which means if a tenant provides false information on a lease, you have the ability under the law to basically void that lease with that tenant within 10 days. They've got to be gone, done, that's it. Sorry, if they lied about anything on their lease agreement and you find out about it, they're done and they can be out pretty quickly. So Arizona, another state favorable for landlords. Number 3 on the list, the great state of Colorado. Now, Colorado is an expensive state to invest in, but if you happen to have a rental property in the state of Colorado, and certain cities, of course, are less expensive than others, like Denver, but if you do have a property in Colorado, as a landlord, it is fantastic for landlords. Number 1, I don't know if this is such a great thing, but you don't have to provide 24 hours notice to a tenant if you want to show up to your property as a landlord. You can literally just show up and walk right in, which is a little scary for tenants. I like to always have our teams provide at least 24 hours notice if we need to get into the property to replace a water heater or something like that. You want to give them a heads up. But again, Colorado has very strict laws and they allow landlords to basically run the table. So if you don't pay, Colorado wants you out of there. They will support the landlord in kicking you out quickly on an eviction process. Number 2 on the list, one of my favorite states where I actually own the bulk of my rental portfolio, is the state of Indiana, a fantastic state for landlords. Number 1, the eviction process can happen very quickly. If you need to move a tenant out, that can happen very quickly. What the judges are favorable for landlords. Number 2, actually, this is interesting that when you hold a security deposit in the state of Indiana, before the year 2002, it was actually illegal for a property manager or a landlord to hold a person's security deposit past that 45-day window. Now, if you do that, no big deal, and the tenant can sue you only for the security deposit and the rent related to that time period. So very favorable for landlords in the state of Indiana. The process for eviction is fast, and they have no tolerance either for tenants that do not pay their rent. So again, just like Colorado, a really great state for landlords. And the number one state for landlords in this country, and it's actually pretty much tied with 2 and 3, is the state of Texas. Texas has very favorable landlord laws. They do not tolerate, just like Indiana and Colorado, when a tenant does not pay, sorry, that eviction process can happen very quickly. And I love when the state governments are on the side of those landlords, saying, look, yeah, everyone goes through tough times, but if there is negligence on the part of the tenant and they're not paying, that person owns that property, has a right to evict you, and evict you quickly and get out of there. There's also other laws on the books in Texas that make it favorable for landlords. So there you go. Those are the top 5 states that are landlord friendly. So if you're thinking about investing in real estate, probably want to look to one of those states for your rental properties. I'm Clayton Morris. If you have any questions, I would love to hear them. Put them in the comments thread below this video. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. We love our subscribers here on the Morris Invest YouTube channel. We're always publishing videos every week, and we'd love to see you back here next time. Go out there, take action, and become a real estate investor, everyone.